These incentives expire January 31st, 2025. Financing program subject proof credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions may apply.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Early break.
Buddy, there, I was just waiting. And then the lady appeared, and I just tried to make a joke. I said, I thought everything was free today. And she said, if you take anything out of here, we will follow you home. I'm like, I was kidding. I'm not taking anything.
You're on the list, buddy.
Yeah.
You're on the list
I
now.
will follow you home.
I've had it happen a couple times or something.
People follow you.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. From the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
All right, welcome in to Spare Time. Harrison runs on the 1s and 2s. As always, we got Jillian Martin in studio with us. She is back, as well as the other co-host, as always, Kayla Starr in studio. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line. Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. Great ways to put a face to the voice. Jillian, Kayla, how's it going on what is a beautiful Martin Luther King Day here on a Monday night?
Freezing.
So cold.
Gonna get worse. That's okay. We'll make it.
Yeah, how do you guys deal with the cold?
I don't.
Yeah, that right there.
Jen, you just came back from Hong Kong. What was that like? We'll start there, because for all those, let's inform everybody in case they're just tuning back in. What were you just in Hong Kong for?
I was competing at the IBF, which is International Bowling Federation. It was a World Cup event for Team USA. So.
And how'd it go?
We got gold.
Absolutely. Then you got gold, and then what'd you do immediately after that?
I flew from Hong Kong to San Francisco to Philly, went to bed, woke up, practiced, bowled on Friday.
And bowled Friday where?
Delaware.
And how'd you guys do in Delaware?
We went 13-0. Yeah.
13-0. So that kind of wraps up Jillian's highlights as well as the team's highlights right there. It's been a good few weeks for these guys. So, Kayla, I'll bring you into it as well. Just give me an update. How's it been? We'll start with Delaware and that whole event.
I would say, obviously going 13-0 isn't super easy. So just being able to do that, obviously Jillian a little jet lagged every now and then. So just to be able to bowl that well, I don't know how she did it, but props to her.
Yeah, how did you bowl? Like, did you feel? I'm super curious. Like, as if this would be the one time where if you bowled bad, I might believe it.
Yeah, well, I guess what we were bowling on internationally was actually really, really hard. So, like, coming back to collegiate, which is usually a little bit easier, like, everything just felt, I think, a lot easier because I was so sharp from competing for, like, the last 2 weeks. And then also, like, not that collegiate bowling isn't stressful, but, like, when you're competing for a gold medal at the highest level with a bunch of other professional women, like, there's so much more stress behind that versus, like, coming back and bowling a collegiate tournament where it's like, okay, like, this is just a regular season. It's not postseason. It's not anything. Like, we're just going out here. We're having fun.
Also,
we're
you got some
developing
camaraderie with the team. Not that the teammates over Team USA, I'm sure they were great as well, but obviously time.
Yeah, no. So much more used to being around, like, this group of people and just not comfortable, but there's just, like, another trust level. I think we talk about that a lot, like, going to international events. Sometimes you really have to just put a lot of trust there rather than having it built. But you know that the people you're surrounded by are, like, amazing and they want it just as much as you. So it makes it a little easier. But once again, we don't spend that much time together. So it can kind of be harder on that front. But yeah, no. Yeah, jet lag was I don't know.
And real quick, what was it like getting the gold?
It was fun. So we bowled. The way it works, well, the first part was singles, which I finished like tied for 5th in singles. And we had another teammate finish tied for 5th. We were all in like the top 32 singles wise, so that was good. But then like the team event, it's kind of weird because internationally, so collegiately we bowl 5-person bakers. So someone bowls 1st and 6th, 2nd, 7th, 3rd, 8th, 4th, 9th, 5th, 10th. But internationally, it's 4-person baker. So you bowl 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 10, 3, 7, and 4, 8. So you have like it's just totally different, kind of. It's still Baker. But within that, our qualifying, it has nothing to do with pins. Basically, you bowl within a pod. And for each win you get 3 points, each tie you get 1 point, and each loss you get 0. And so then we bowled, I think, 13 qualifying games within our pod. One of them was against Dubai, so you get like a 3 free points. But then after that, they rank you based on points. And then based on points, you go into a bracket, which for women, they only took top 8. So it was just an 8-person bracket. We bowled 1 match.
Where'd you seed in that bracket? Or
We
is it
seeded
just
3rd.
Okay.
Um,
Who's number 1?
Malaysia was number 1. Malaysia and the Philippines tied in points. And so what they do to break that is it's either last qualifying game or total pinfall. I don't know. But anyway, so they were tied, and then we were 3rd, close behind. But we ended up bowling China the first round, and so we ended up winning that. And then, which like with bowling, this is kind of crazy because just like with lanes and oils and different environments, things can change a lot. But so for semifinals, and the finals, we actually bowled in an arena setting. So they put 2 lanes in the middle of an arena.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What's the crowd like at that?
There's actually a lot of people there. It was really fun.
Yeah,
It
I was gonna say
awesome.
because it feels like you would be. I don't know how much. I'm not super familiar, but it feels like somewhat of a bowling hotspot where there's a lot of interest in bowling there, or not so much.
Yeah, I think a decent amount. I mean, based on the number of people there.
Just feel like Asia is
Yeah,
big on bowling, or maybe I'm
definitely.
wrong on that.
Yeah, Asia in general. Usually, like I know Korea and like Singapore are both like really, really big. China, I'm not sure if it's as much, but I think people are still really like into it. And so like they were just there like supporting the event, like had like a lot of like local press and stuff. So it was also really cool from that perspective. Sorry.
Did you get any interviews from like local press?
Yeah, we were actually they did like a news interview at the end after we won gold, so that was cool.
What's that like over there in like Hong Kong? Do you have any like dialect issues at any point in time? Because you got people from all these countries coming in.
I mean, not totally. Like, there's a few things where it's like people will say things and you can tell what they're saying, but sometimes it'll come off like to us, like it might come off like kind of poor because it's like they might sound like they're like trying to say something, and it's
Right.
just like, what did you just say? And then you're like, oh wait, okay, hold on. Like they don't realize, like it's not like they're being sarcastic or whatever. Like this is just literally how they're speaking in their version of English and what they comprehend. But really not bad at all. I think generally, I really haven't had an issue like travel wise with people understanding English. Like Korea was a little bit harder, but China really almost everyone understood and or spoke.
Yeah, I guess I always forget that the rest of
Yeah.
the countries usually getting taught English.
Yeah, I think we're like the only country that's like.
But yeah, we have like
bilingual.
for being a first world country, it's ironic how we're all most of us aren't bilingual. Most of us can only speak one. Like I can say, yeah, maybe I speak a little bit of Spanish, but like if I went to Mexico, I wouldn't be able to help I wouldn't be able to get anywhere really.
Yeah. So.
Other than that, anything else in Hong Kong that was super interesting? I'm not sure if you guys had like downtime and time to explore, or if they wanted to kind of keep you all together and you just did team stuff occasionally.
Oh, the first day we were there, we went to Disneyland.
Hong Kong and Disneyland. What's that
Disneyland,
like?
Hong Kong. It was cool. Smaller than like a typical Disney. We got like this is just funny. We got these like Iron Man burgers, but the buns were literally red and shaped like Iron Man. It was wild. But yeah, it pretty typical to like the Magic Kingdom setup of like Orlando or like the Disneyland LA setup. So I don't know. It's really similar, but there's also like different vibes, just like with the stuff they sell and kind of how they have things set up. And then also some of the shows there are different, so they have some different characters, especially like on the kids show side. So I don't know. It was just fun to kind of go explore, do something that I mean, it's weird because it's like something that we also know because we have Disneyland and Disney
Yeah.
World here, but it's also a different experience because it's like their take on it. So yeah, it was fun.
Very
But
cool.
other than that, there's a lot of shopping. Like the place that we bowled was inside of a mall, and it was connected to 2 other malls. There's just a lot of shops like everywhere. Um, and then when we went to the arena, there was another mall like right by the arena. It was like a 13-story mall, just filled. It was just crazy.
13-story mall.
Yeah, like
So like, but that like to the point where Mall of America doesn't even close in comparison.
I've never been to Mall of America, so I don't know. But then we went to another mall that was like 7 stories and just huge. Like it was like everywhere you go. But like the 13-story mall, like they had everything from like Tiffany to like Adidas. Like I
What's
don't know,
Tiffany?
like the
Like,
diamond,
yeah.
like Tiffany
Oh,
and Co.
okay, okay.
Yeah, and like they had like Gucci and Louis. Like I guess like that's we
Yeah,
have
you
that
said a
here
diamond
too.
store in Adidas. I was like, oh, I can find them at the Lincoln Mall with those.
Yeah, but like yeah, you're right. But like I don't know, they
13
had
stores
like
is
a lot of
crazy.
luxury brands, and then they had a lot of random little brands. Like they had a Baby Shark store.
Is that the? Oh, I can't remember. Is that like the animated thing that the kids?
Yeah, the song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
I
familiar
don't
with
know,
it now.
just I don't know. It was just kind of interesting.
Yeah. Was there anything a culture shock there? Or was it just all very cool and fun experience? Like
Things
food
didn't
wise, try
open.
anything cool?
Things didn't open till like 10. We were
Oh,
bowling at like 7, or not 7, like 9. But we would get up at like 7, and so it was just trying to get food or coffee or anything in the morning was just a pain. So
that is tough.
yeah.
Okay. We'll switch it over to Kayla Starr now. Do you stay up and watch those in Hong Kong? Because that's a tough one. I think we're going to talk about it. It would have been, what, 4, 3 a.m.? When it started?
I remember I was texting you at 3 a.m. one time over break.
Yeah.
So something like that.
Mhm.
I know we tried to watch the semifinals because I remember I talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh yeah, Jillian Bowles later. So I think I might have caught a little bit of that, and then I didn't realize that the finals were like an hour after that, so I went to bed.
Yeah.
So I think the answer is no. We did not watch her bowl.
That's okay. I don't think Jillian blames people for not
No.
Yeah.
staying up from 3 to, well, you had to probably stay up till, you said it'd be like another hour.
Yeah.
You had to pull an
at
all
least.
nighter to watch it, really.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Like the only reason I remember I was texting her, I was like, oh, I was just wide awake in the middle of the night, and we were texting about Adidas shoes.
How surprised, or were you guys not surprised to go see them actually go and win gold?
Not at all. I mean, I think like our team's very competitive, and just the amount of like really strong players that we have, it's not necessarily like super surprising just with how high level they are.
Was the U.S. favorites in this? I know we seeded third at the end of when they got to the end and actually started seeding everybody for the brackets, but I'm not sure how that works and if they put who the favorites are.
I don't know if there's really like a seeding thing for international competition, but we're always up there as far as like people to look out for on like an international scale. The U.S. tends to fare pretty well.
Yeah, and that's like with every
competing.
sport, it seems, from water polo or bowling to
Yeah.
just about anything. What other countries are consistently in kind of that world scene where it's a dominant group?
I mean, there's Singapore,
Yeah.
Malaysia, Sweden.
They stay pretty consistent.
Yeah, especially like Singapore.
Yeah.
I think we talked
Malaysia
about
now
that.
is-
I'm always curious why Singapore is such this juggernaut of great bowlers.
I'm not sure, but they're good.
Their team usually comes over and bowls a couple PWBA stops throughout the year
Yeah.
too.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, they do come over here. And then Colombia wasn't there, but Colombia usually does pretty well. So yeah, just a lot of different ones, just kind of spread out.
Very cool. So there you have it. If you got, unless you got anything more on Hong Kong that you want to share before we switch it over to Delaware here.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. Well, again, and if anybody's curious out there, they did go ahead and win gold. Very cool. But then you got on the plane jet lag. Any fears about what the performance might look like, knowing that the body is not getting the rest that it necessarily quote unquote needs at the moment, but you're just going to push through anyways.
Yeah, it was more just like if I'd be able to stay awake or what that would look like while we were bowling.
Did you drink like Red Bulls? Try any tricks, or no? Did you just water and bowl?
At one
Espresso.
point, there was a Dunkin' in the bowling alley, so she ran down and got me a double shot of espresso and some milk. and I did that like midway through the day
Yeah.
because I was like, I can't just drink another like iced coffee because it's too much sugar. So yeah, that was about it. I wasn't that concerned. I wasn't sure who we'd be bowling, but it's a pretty big field. And so we didn't bowl a lot of the better teams till we got to Sunday. And I figured I was like, by Sunday I should be like at least good enough to bowl. So I was like, I think I'll be okay. They were all great. Like I had a few matches where I was like sitting down a lot between shots because I was like, I can't stand all day. This is so bad. But yeah, it wasn't terrible. Saturday morning I woke up at 1:30.
Oh, your clock's just all messed up now.
Yeah, Saturday, like literally I woke up at 1:30 and I tried to fall asleep till 2:30 or 3. And I was like, oh, this is not happening. So then I was like, I'll turn on Netflix, try to watch just some background noise. Didn't work. Tried to listen to music. Didn't work. Turned Netflix back on. Didn't work. I was just up. And then we got to like, I don't know, 6 or yeah, like 6-ish. And we were leaving soon. I don't know when we left. Yeah.
You just couldn't fall asleep all
Oh,
night?
I couldn't fall asleep.
That's
I just
tough.
like literally I woke up at 1:30, did not fall back asleep.
So you're already on. You get there 6 o'clock time. You're already up for 5 hours at that point.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what happens after?
yeah, then we went to the bowling alley and I bowled. And I bowled like really good that day. I finished 4th on ATT. So I was like, okay, this is fine. Maybe I should do this more often. But yeah, and the thing is too, I tried because I didn't want to go to bed at like 6 because then obviously you're gonna wake up at 1:30. I didn't go to bed till like 9:30.
Not bad.
So I went to bed at 9:30. I woke up at 1:30.
That's crazy.
And
Are
I
you
just was
still
awake.
struggling with the recovering on the sleep cycle, or is it pretty much patched up by now?
I don't know because Sunday I slept from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I was like,
That's
this is
good.
good. That was good. Got a lot of sleep. Whatever. And then last night we didn't get back till late. I couldn't go to bed until 3, and then I slept till 2.
Oh man, school starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have class from 8:30 to 1:20 straight tomorrow.
Just take
I'm
some
so
melatonin.
screwed.
Yeah, there you go, melatonin.
Exactly. I'll
A
be good.
lot.
Well, careful. I don't know.
Be
Actually, I don't know.
careful
Is
now.
melatonin too bad?
I don't think
I
it.
don't.
Well, but actually, there's like melatonin's a weird one because there's actually an optimal dosage, and if you go over that, it's less effective.
Yeah, well, with anything, you can have if you have enough of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that is though. But that's the always works. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I will say this though. Kayla, were you surprised about like just her coming back there? What was the team's reaction just kind of watching her
I think
go
we
through
were
it
all
for a
just
little bit?
like, wow. I mean, I don't. I think I didn't really remember that you were gonna be jet lagged at first because I remember I asked you something at practice on Thursday and you were like, I don't know, and I was like, oh, she's still tired. I forgot about this. And then I don't know. You started bowling. You were bowling good. Like when you watch her bowl, you can't tell that she's tired. Like you would just come back and sit down, and I'd be like, oh, all right. But yeah, I think the team was very happy. You're still able to bowl good, but yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm pretty impressed. That's a grind to like bounce back and then go to Delaware. Not only that, like the team go ahead and wins first. That's like awesome, couple wins, not only for you individually, but then for the team as well. Okay, I'll ask you this: in Delaware, where do you think you're at in this point in the season? How's bowling going for you in terms of improvement?
Pretty good. Spare shooting's gotten a lot better. Still working on like lane play and like bowling balls a little bit. Physically throwing it good, I'd say. So yeah. The nerves have also gotten better, just being able to adjust to like going in and like just all right, you're in the match, so throw good shots now.
Mhm.
I think that's improved a lot. So
And how many teams were at this one? You guys said there was a ton, right?
38.
38. What's it like to bowl with 38 teams all in there?
It was really loud. Really, really loud. I don't think it was like it wasn't cramped, but like certain matches, if like you had teams on both sides of you, it would be a little cramped. But there's also a lot of empty pairs.
Yeah.
I felt at least on Sunday there were
It was a very big bowling alley, so
Yeah.
they were able to space this out, which makes it a lot better.
with the Duncan.
Yeah, you guys were really high on the Duncans there. Was that still just a hot commodity? Everybody running over to the Duncans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
It's
time.
such a weird. I guess it makes sense though. Was talking when you were gone last week. How surprised I was that there was a Duncans in a bowling alley. It just doesn't seem like it fit in a place that serves like beers, hot dogs, and stuff like that. Well, there you go. You got Dunkin's.
Perfect. Yeah.
And apparently you had too much of it, or almost too much of it, with the iced milk or the iced lattes.
No, it was fine. I just needed to stay awake, and I just was like, double shot of espresso, some milk, make it work. So I just don't like to drink like a lot of sugar in my coffee. So
Yeah, it's probably not great when you're competing either.
yeah, exactly. Like morning coffee, okay, like one, that's fine. But if I ordered another one, I was like, just take some espresso and milk.
I've never seen you drink an energy drink either.
I can't. I did it once when I was jet lagged.
So that like it was a horrible sin.
Oh no, it was bad. Like I flew back to watch a tournament from like Europe, and I was really jet lagged. And so my friend was like, "Here, split this monster with me." I was like, "Okay, sounds good." Drank half of it. I felt like I was on another planet. I could not stop like bouncing my leg. I felt like everything around me was moving. Like I just felt crazy. I hated it. I did not like it.
You get Red Bull.
Okay.
It's much better.
Okay.
Red Bull is a lot better.
Probably.
Monster, I don't know. It sounds your leg's probably gonna be bouncing off the wall like crazy too with Red Bull, but at least Monster just tastes so bad. I don't know. Was the taste even good for you? I always think that has got to be the worst tasting.
No, I didn't think it was that good, but I was like, oh, I need to do something. I can't stay awake. And then I was awake. It worked.
Very interesting. All right, we got through with the break here. I'll ask you this though before we do so. So what's next for you guys? You got first in Delaware. Jillian got gold over in Hong Kong. You still got a few meets left here. What's the real focus right now?
Well, we go to Dallas on Thursday. So just getting ready for that. We have practice tomorrow and Wednesday. Just clean up a couple things, and then yeah, we're off. It's kind of a busy semester because we don't really have that much time between every tournament that we bowl.
And then what's like Coach Klempo's emotion like when you guys do win tournaments like this? Like obviously super excited at the same time. There's season left to play. Is he just like, let's celebrate this and have a good time, or is it like, let's get back to work immediately?
I think he was definitely really happy.
Yeah.
So I think he had his things. He's like, we can definitely work on this and this, but at the same time, still kind of taking that moment to be like, we bowled really well. We did what we planned to do. We came out here and we found success. So
Enjoy it
taking that moment. Exactly. Yeah. So, and then get a day to kind of enjoy that. And then obviously we'll be back to work tomorrow. So yeah.
Absolutely. Along bowling and school, all back tomorrow for you guys. At least it won't be so cold outside. All right, we'll throw it to break here. Don't go anywhere. This is Spare Time. We got Jillian Martin back in studio to my left, as well as Kayla Starr, two hosts of the show. Like I said, throw it to break. Talk to you guys just a little bit.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Back to Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
All right, welcome back in. Second segment, Spare Time. Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr, the two hosts of the show in studio. To my left, as always, you guys can join in. Starter hitting the text line, as well as the streams on a chilly Martin Luther King Day here on a Monday night. All right, guys, switching it up here. Jillian, I want to ask you about this because we had some emotional responses last week. TikTok, did it actually get banned or is it back? It is back.
Well, I don't really know if it's going to get banned again. Like, I don't really know what the situation is, but I know that I can use it right now. So that's all I need to know.
Okay, so on my app, because I saw earlier it was down.
Yeah, if you open it, it'll work.
Oh, it'll work again. Okay, very cool. Jillian, did you care at all? Was this even news to you?
I mean, a little bit because I know how much all of them care about TikTok.
So you cared because they cared.
Yeah, but I usually use Instagram Reels, so I don't know. However, fun fact, TikTok is banned in China.
That's what they said. They said they try to send you some Reels or vice versa. I can't remember.
I sent a TikTok.
Couldn't open TikToks in China, and you can't get on the app when you're in China, so or at least Hong Kong.
Yeah, no, China won't. They have a different version. So, like, China's TikTok's interesting where their kids get pushed content of, like, a kid practicing violin, and that's their algorithm. And then our stuff's, like, totally whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's no limit. I think that's maybe the good and the bad of, like, why TikTok's better than, like, Reels. It's all the algorithm. I don't know. I'm just kind of lost on that stuff with TikTok.
I don't know. I just didn't want to get addicted, so I never, like, committed to actually watching TikToks.
Okay. So it doesn't bother you at all.
Yeah, but then, because I was basically like, oh, I'm never going to get TikTok, this, that, whatever. I got it so like people could send me stuff, like I could watch it. But then Instagram came out with Reels. And so then I would start watching Reels. And then I got screwed.
That's kind of how I went to. Like, I never used TikTok, but I got sent so many TikToks.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, it won't let me watch these unless I download it.
Yeah.
Downloaded it, didn't really use it unless someone sent me, and I'd use Reels. But TikTok, I noticed, like, just posting on the ticket, the algorithm's better.
Yeah.
It does allow like anybody to kind of get famous, where Instagram feels like you have to have
Certain amount of followers.
Certain amount of followers. I also noticed on Instagram, fun fact for anybody who puts content out there, if you do not garner enough viewership consistently through a period of time, like it'll even compress your file so it's lower resolution. Shady stuff like that, where you're just going to get a worse quality because you're not necessarily have the followers or the money to support your account. I'll ask you this though, TikTok, like, is it one of those things where it's kind of wrong, just where the part it plays in NIL today? It's like ban it, because there's a lot of student athletes. I think they do have a legitimate argument, and even business owners, that it is a really good way for them to market themselves.
I mean, I would like to have it like as a student athlete, just the opportunity to post it, because like I don't know, the Instagram algorithm is different. Like
It's really hard,
probably
yeah.
only gonna get the same amount of people that I usually get. So if like I could post a TikTok and just become famous overnight.
Seems a lot more likely on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like on Instagram, it's very, you don't see an account that's got like consistently a few reels that are getting 1,000 views, and then this one has 2 million.
Yeah.
Like it's always the same, consistent. I don't know. I'm always super curious about the whole thing, but it is back apparently. All right. Well, there you go. Anything else that's pressing in the media that you guys really care about? That's been interesting for you.
I just think your Instagram reel algorithm's better than mine. Because like I remember one time we were watching them on the plane, like I was like looking at them and I was like, these are so much better than like mine are all like nail videos.
You just have to use it.
I know, because I like look at it for nail ideas now. All of it's nail videos.
That is true. The Instagram algorithm changes so fast.
Yeah.
Or like,
It feeds me a lot of the same. Like once I watch one, it's like, oh, you like this video of, this car.
Yes.
Here's
Yeah.
100 videos after of a bunch of cars.
And I don't want to see it. Like that's why I like TikTok, because I get like sometimes it gets a little that way. I'm like, okay, I've seen the same like song like 4 times in a row, but like no.
yeah. Or like, I'm sure there's something where they like have your information or something, but like, because we're gonna move into like a real apartment next year, so like obviously need to buy furniture. So I was looking at furniture and like different options or whatever, and then all of a sudden Instagram's ads were like, "Oh, do you want a couch?" I'm like, Instagram, why? Like, no, I don't need a couch yet. I was just looking, but why are you now targeting ads at me? I don't appreciate it. So that one too.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That gets
I just
creepier
hate
every year.
I know.
Like it happens so much now.
Yeah.
It's bad that I don't even blink an eye. I
Exactly.
just assume, I'm like, oh yeah, they probably heard me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a weird feeling. to even
Or I'm like,
have.
I know they know I looked it up, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm getting these ads. And it's like it's fine, but is it? Is it
No.
really fine? No.
Definitely feels like an overreach. All right, anything else? A lot of the social media that's kind of like been a big talking point for a lot of it.
Not really. I saw people downloading Red Note. My mom told me I wasn't allowed to.
What's that one? Is that
It's like another version of TikTok that's not banned.
It's like it's actually, well, yes, it's Red Note, but it's the Chinese app, so there's another name for it.
Yeah.
so the Chinese, they don't allow TikTok in China,
Well,
or they do?
They don't. So it's a different app.
So they have Red Note instead.
Yeah.
And now people in the US are gonna.
Red Note.
But
yeah.
apparently it was like all in another language. So like that was kind of an issue.
It is, but then I was seeing Instagram reels about people like from China being mad at all the Americans on Red Note destroying the culture of the app. Yeah.
They're probably right. I'm not even gonna disagree with
Yeah.
them.
So they're showing some examples that are kind of crazy. So yeah, so I feel like that's another weird one. Where it's also like the respect factor.
That's fair. That's on us. But if TikTok's back,
I think if it got banned, I just would accept it and go to Reels. I don't think I'd go through all the trouble to get Red Note and then like try to figure out what's going on.
yeah, no, Red Note seems insane. I wouldn't go that far.
It was hilarious though, watching our whole team. 'Cause, like I think I'm like the only person, but like watching them all slightly struggle with the fact they didn't have TikTok one morning. And then B,
Yeah, it was just the morning?
Yeah.
when TikTok came back that afternoon, all of them just being on TikTok. Like, if it actually got banned, like, I just want to know what happened. And also, too, like, as a society, would we be more productive?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's always like, there's a lot of things we can enforce to make everybody more productive, but it's not necessarily a utopia society if you force everything.
I know. But is TikTok really
No, it's not.
helping
I
us?
don't think it is, but it's what the people want. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where we're at for it. Kayla, how excited were you to have it back?
Oh, very excited. Well, because I woke up in the morning and then I went to bed at 9:30 the night before, so like it got shut down a couple hours early. But I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I don't care anyway.
You weren't. Oh, so you weren't one of those people.
I
saw a
didn't
lot of
stay
people
up. I was too
binge
tired
till
for
the end
that.
of it. Okay.
And then I woke up in the morning. I tried to open it again because I was like, oh, well, maybe they didn't unban it or something. Open it, then I got the thing, and I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. Whatever. I opened it a couple more times just out of habit. Like I remember we were driving to the bowling alley, and I tried to open it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then we bowled for like quite a few hours, so I wasn't on my phone. And then we get done, I like get my phone out. Somebody's like, TikTok's back. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So then the whole way to the airport, I was on TikTok.
Seems like a lot of people actually did fine though without it. Or did some people really actually struggle? Like you could see they were freaking out about not having their TikTok.
I think most people were fine. I did see some like videos of people crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Some of those I don't know because I'm like, I want to make fun of them, but it's like, if I had 5 million followers and I was making money off that.
Yeah, I would be upset too. But it
I'd
was
be
just like
upset.
people that didn't have
Oh.
like they were just upset that they couldn't watch TikTok anymore.
I think my favorite thing was like the international people like posting on Reels, like, oh, I'll record an hour of TikToks for you and send them to you for $70. Like charging $70 an hour to just record TikToks.
That is so bizarre. I don't know. I was trying to figure this out with Kayla. Like, I can't figure out why, like, our media content today. It's either super short, or they'll sit down for a 4-hour podcast, or they'll sit down and like give me a 6-second TikTok, but give me like 2,000 of them.
Well,
I can't figure it out.
I just think our attention spans, like, I feel like I can't even sit down and legitimately watch a movie.
Oh, I can't.
Like
with keeping your phone down.
yes, like at the movie theater, okay, that's one thing. But like if I'm at home and I'm like, okay, like self-care, I want to watch a movie and just chill. Like 3 minutes in the movie, just go on Instagram. I'm like, what am I doing? Why do I care? I'm literally watching a movie.
That's what Haley does too. Because I was trying to make her watch a show, and I was like, get off. Oh, missing it.
Oh, that's right. She said she just watches Reels the entire time too.
She watches Reels all the time.
I don't know. It's old. It's just interesting.
It is. It's crazy to see where it's going to keep going here. But I do notice that movie theaters. I think I said this last week.
Yeah.
Like, it's just people on. They're not even just on their phone. They're watching Reels, short film content during a long film movie. And they're like, let me double up here.
Crazy.
It is, and
At
then
the movie theater too is just wild.
well,
Like
it's
you're paying
pet
to be
peeve
there.
for me.
Yes.
So I just see phone lights
same.
on. It ruins the ambiance of it.
Exactly.
And also just, I don't know. The movie theaters is a little bit different with cell phones.
Mhm.
It's very few that I go to the movie theater and it's actually like really, unless it's a dud movie that's been out for a while, like it'll be nice and quiet. But typically, I feel like those things are getting a little more rambunctious now.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Anything else that's exciting? Well, before we throw out the break here, and we'll switch things up on the last one. What's the next meet? We'll talk about that real quick because I
we're
do want to
going to
highlight
Dallas
that.
on
Dallas,
Thursday, yeah.
and there's you said that one's how many teams?
It's a smaller one, but it's like an invite only.
Okay, so it's gonna be good competition.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good teams. All the top teams are there every year. So
All right. And what's because Jillian, this isn't the first you've been there every year, so it's like an every year trip.
yeah.
Kayla, what are you expecting? First time down there, really good competition.
I mean, obviously, Coach told us that the teams there are going to be really good. I've bowled there a couple of times before, I think.
Oh, so you do know the alley, and you will know some of the
it's
teams.
at the like Team USA like training center, so
Yep.
that's super nice. Obviously, well taken care of, good lanes. So
Real quick, I wanted to talk about that. You said over there it was a lot harder to bowl on those lanes over in Hong Kong. What's the difference?
it wasn't that. It was more going from like inside of the mall setting to going to in the arena setting.
Oh,
Just because
okay, I
it's
see what you mean.
like environment.
Like depth perception, all that stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, all of that, but also like the actual environment and topography, which is like how the actual lane surface is kind of not shaped.
like,
but-
is it flat?
Yeah,
because like every lane
changes
looks
over
flat,
time.
but it's not.
Yeah.
Like you're talking just like a slight little bevel.
Yeah, like they do like topography reports where they'll like literally map the lanes and they'll show you like all the little different tiny imperfections and stuff. And so just a lot of different things like that can end up having an effect on bowling to go from one bowling alley to another can kind of be different. So just that change in general.
Okay, very cool. Didn't phase you though. Still got first, which is very cool. All right, we'll go ahead, throw it to break here. Again, we do got Jillian Martin back. The co-host is always Kayla Starr in studio as well. One more segment, spare time. Talk to you in a little bit.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, that's 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big.
To learn more, volunteer or donate, go to bbbslincoln.org.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Hey, bestie! Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretexcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to Spare Time, sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here are your hosts, Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr.
All right, welcome back in. Third final segment, Spare Time. Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr, the host as always to my left. You guys can join in, Starter Heyman text line, as well as through the streams. Wrapping things up here on this final segment. Since we are heading back into school, we'll start with that. Give me guys your pet peeves, school pet peeves, things that you see in the classroom, in the hallways that irritate you.
When my professors just read straight off the slides. Like, I could have done that myself. Like, some of them just read it word for word, nothing else but what's on the slides.
I feel that.
And it's like, I could have just stayed home today and, like, read this myself.
That's a good one, because I do feel that sometimes. It's like, man, this feels like I just came in to walk, not to actually do anything more.
Yeah. The people who talk, like, to their friends during class, but, like, for the entire class. Like, I don't care if you want to text. I don't care if you want to online shop. Like, I don't care what you do. But please don't be talking about the randomest stuff behind me when we actually need to, like, kind of focus. At least in, like, harder classes. Easy classes, whatever.
Yeah, that's a fair one, though.
Yeah.
It's like, for some kids, I had a few of those classes where it was pretty rare. Like, it was a good campus overall. But every now and then I'd be like, I don't know if you guys got scholarships or what, but I'm paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I really want to I don't want to spend money on this class again. It's like, just, like, settle down for, like, 5 minutes so I can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Any other ones? That's a good one. That one always drove me nuts.
Group projects, if people aren't, like, if you try to get in contact and, like, they won't respond, or, like, you just can't do that, or, like, you'd have to do the work and then
You guys ever get stuck with one? Don't name names, please, or even the class, but people put it together. Did you guys ever get a bad group project where you just got stuck with all the work?
I actually did, and the teacher asked me about it, and then we, like, started talking about it, and so then she was like, oh, well, since you've basically already done the whole project, like, you can just do it on your own. And then I was supposed to get an A- in the class, and she gave me a bunch of extra credit and bumped me to an A.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she did that. I was so hyped. I was like, you are the best professor ever. So
I
it
like
ended
that,
up working
though.
out.
But that's
But
like,
yeah.
they should be flexible that way, because it's
Yeah.
like, you did a ton of more work than everybody else. And if you did, it was good work. Like, I think you should be rewarded for it as well. Yeah, I remember I did do one of those group projects. I snitched though. At the end they asked me, and I'm like, no, I did everything. Are you kidding me? It was one of those. I don't know if you did. You had to build the website or put together a whole info.
Okay.
Very interesting. Kayla, what about you?
Yeah, I did, but then, like, it was like me and one other kid did all the work, so then we just emailed the professor, and he, like, needed me to send proof of me trying to reach out to the other people, so I had to go back and screen record my texts to them and
Oh,
send
that's
it to
extra
them.
work.
I know. I was like, well, why don't you just believe me? Like, and then, like, it's just- yeah.
To me, that just feels like at that point, teacher's job maybe. I don't know, because that's all I said was like, I told him, I was like, yeah, no, that was. And then she asked, okay, so what'd you do for this? And I told her how I did everything.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And then she went to the other people. How'd you do this? And they clearly were just pulling stuff because none of it matched
Yeah.
up. And that's how she found out.
But other than that, I had, like, one other class where we did group projects all the time, and my group did so, like, they did great.
That's the
It
best.
was so, I was like, what? But yeah.
When you get a good group project, you realize like how little work you actually need to do.
Oh yeah, like, if everybody actually does, like, something, like, they're so much easier than just having to do an actual project.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another pet peeve, while we toss some more on here, wrap up the show. I don't know why, but like right when you get out of the classroom seems to be a great spot for everyone to stop and talk. Just people meeting and talking in front of doors drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, keep it moving. Any other ones? Or even stuff we're excited. We don't have to be pessimistic that school's
Oh.
coming back.
Oh.
Unless you
I'm
want to keep
taking
going
3
down that road.
classes. That's pretty exciting.
That is exciting. So that's got to be.
Well, I took one for like the winter session.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm taking like an online science of food, and then I take AdPR and micro in person.
How are you going to fill the extra time?
I'll probably do homework. TikTok.
I was going to say 3 classes. You're going to have some downtime. You're going to have time for
Yeah.
TikTok in there.
TikTok. We also travel more. So
yeah.
That is true. You guys do got a ton of travel coming up. Jillian, what about you? Anything you're super excited about upcoming semester? School's back tomorrow. It's not going to be freezing, at least in the afternoon. I think it's going to be freezing in the morning, negative 20.
In 8:30.
Are they going to cancel classes?
they they canceled one of our teammates' classes.
Yeah, LPS I know canceled schools because the weather. At first, I was like mocking it, but I was like, it might be hard to start a bus in negative 20.
I'm going back to pessimistic. It's so funny because I have 2 recitations and 2 labs tomorrow. And so, like, it's like, how do you have a recitation? Because recitations where you, like, go over what you learn in lecture. I'm like, how do you have a recitation when you don't even have a lecture yet? But no, my professor sent out an email this morning. Yeah, we do still have recitation tomorrow. We're going to do a review. And I said,
Review of
great.
what?
It's because it's for physics, too. So we're just, like,
Oh.
reviewing, like, physics 1 concepts. But I was like, this isn't 8:30. It's going to feel like negative 22. I don't want to go. So, but yeah, we still have class.
Do you got remote start?
Well, yeah, but I'm like in a garage under.
Oh, so you got to do a little bit of walking stuff.
Yeah, so
That's tough. That is tough. Well, at least you guys are going to be back out there bowling here soon. You got first in Delaware. Jillian Martin got the gold in Hong Kong. And I forgot, when's regionals again? Is that April?
Yep. Yes.
And regionals, you got that coming up in April. Man, season's going by fast. It'll be April before we know it, but that's going to wrap up Spare Time for tonight. Appreciate you guys listening. That's Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr, Harrison Runs on the 1s and 2s. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night.